my drugs. See this shit? Vitamin C. Vitamin C. I got 5 milliliters of vitamin C. I'm gonna drink this bad boy like a drug addict. A little more. That's what Ontario does when she sees a black man. Anyway, now that we got most of it in my mouth, just some morning vitamin C, which it's really pretty much a scam. It's really pretty much a scam, but whatever. I just felt like buying some vitamin C. We can talk about what a piece of shit Marques Brownlee is, and I gotta tell you, I've never liked that guy. I've never liked that guy, and it's not about racism. He has a very smooth face, like an Egyptian, like when you play Assassin's Creed Origins. You know, the guy's like, he's black, but he has like a very smooth, chatty face. You know, and if you remember, if you're a millennial like me, you remember 10 years ago, he comes out of nowhere. Black guy with a smooth face, rich kid from a nice family, black guy, smooth face, reviews tech, starts making iPhone reviews, tech reviews, you know, he's always reviewing phones and shit. Suddenly, pushed Marques Brownlee, like the gayest name you can come up with. Marques Brownlee. You know, because it sounds so ghetto, you know, YouTube, they're gonna push him. It's a black guy, we gotta push him to the top. He's a minority. So YouTube pushes him the hell up. Keep in mind, there's nothing ghetto about him. He's a nerdy, rich kid who had a silver spoon. You know, he never had to really work and struggle like us. Like when you're looking at me, I'm writing, finish my book, and I'm still writing, adding chapters. How many copies have I sold? A couple to fans, long-time fans, okay? For a normal price of $14, okay? And I should still run like promotions, like meanwhile you have fucking YouTubers, so bright. I don't even know who this guy is. He's selling a cooking ebook for $47 and people are buying it. Bro. And then you learn, you know what Marques Brownlee did after all these? He gets the ad revenue, he gets the sponsorships, he's fucking rich, you know? He doesn't have to work, ever. You know what he does? He did an app, wallpaper app, that you gotta pay $12 per month. And it's like, dude, nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred. People outside, when you go outside, they are fair game. Okay? If I'm driving and I kind of slip my wheel and I run over Marques Brownlee by accident, just keep on driving, bro. Nothing is sacred. He would be dewing my kids for $12 a month for a wallpaper app. I mean, at some point we gotta talk about this shit. At some point, we gotta talk about this shit. So, fuck, I got my... What were we talking about again? How would you feel if you're a father and you find out that your 12-year-old son was using the credit card to subscribe and give Marques Brownlee $12 a month? So for the last 6 months, your son or daughter was giving Marques Brownlee $12 a month for the app, for an app to change your wallpaper. Oh, the revenue is gonna be shared with the artists. Okay, how about I make an app for wallpapers and I share the revenue with the artists and I rake in all the money. How about that? Did Marques Brownlee do any of the work? Anything special? No. They set up a fucking unsecure server that you can hack with a Python script. Some guy said it. Okay? They set up an unsecure server and a simple fucking app that you can code with AI. You can vibe code that app. And it's gonna show you new wallpapers that you can check out, bro, for $12 a month. So I'm sorry, but you Americans, it's time to talk about you Americans. I don't want to insult my own viewers because you're too smart to do that. But for the rest of them, for the rest of Americans, we have to remind you that money does not grow on trees. Shit, I gotta research a word. I forgot that I actually gotta research a word. Dissolution. Hold up a second. That's weird. Huh. Huh. Strange. Anyway, as I was saying, when I was working, and you think like you have this graphic designer job, you're gonna have it forever. You're gonna have it forever, bro. And the company's never gonna replace you with a Turkish boy. And one day you realize that the company was looking to replace you with anybody that's gonna come along and, you know, work for less money, offer to do more work. So they were looking to replace you. And it should make it obvious that when I was working for 3.5 years there, they were every year, every 6 months, they were kind of churning people. They were replacing this guy, that guy. Why are they keep replacing people, bro? And you think, well, they haven't replaced me yet, they must like me. No, you're on the line, okay? Sooner or later, there will come a time when they'll be like, oh, we got a slightly better guy, let's replace Kirill. It's funny, because you think that if you're in a company, and if you're really happy with an employee, and he's just a base guy, and you know that, you know, he's good, he's loyal, and you're gonna be like, well, okay, we got some, we can hire some people who would work for like slightly less money, and they're claiming that they will do more work. But I know this guy, and he's working good, so why would I take the chance on a new person where this guy, he is he's good. We're making money, the business is making money, everybody's happy, and I know this guy is happy with how we treat him, and he's gonna be loyal, you know. But that's not how the Hebrews think. And I was working for Hebrews, and they're thinking, Kirill gets $1,900 per month. That's Bulgarian money. But this kid, we can start him off on 1,600 the first year, and by the time we gotta pay him 1,900 after 2 years, so we would have made $1,000 profit, the difference, and the boss can buy a new couch for his yacht, you know, before some Satanist like me fucks him up. Anyway, not really a Satanist. I kind of like to joke around. More of a pagan, okay? So you get the hint that they would replace you the first chance they get. It sounds like, hey, there's a guy who might work for $5 less. Well, you know, and when you get screwed over, you're supposed to learn your lesson. You're supposed to be like, this can never happen again. This can never happen again. If you get fucked in the ass, you gotta be like, oh shit, lesson learned. This can never happen again. Okay? So, I don't want to get off topic too much, but we gotta learn that, you learn that when you were wasting money away, your boss was planning to stop giving you money. And the other employers are abusive. They don't want to hire you, and if they hire you, they're going to abuse you. So it's hard getting a job. It's hard getting a job. It's hard getting a good job, bro. Okay? A job where people are nice to you and you just keep enjoying it and everybody's nice. People don't tend to leave these jobs, okay? People don't tend to leave these jobs, okay? What was I saying? People don't tend to leave these jobs. People don't tend to leave these jobs. So while you're like wasting money away, you're like ordering Grubhub. I was ordering takeaway, and you know what I got from ordering takeaway? Being too lazy to cook. I got morbidly obese. What I got for ordering takeaway for 2 years was I got morbidly obese, and I couldn't see my pee-pee. I was having a hard time seeing my pee-pee from my stomach. This is what I got as a thank you from takeaway. And the one time I used my debit card to prepay, the delivery boy eating my hamburgers and pretending he couldn't find the address. That's what I got. Okay. And luckily I like cursing people. Okay, so I'm sure those hamburgers were really tasty. Okay. I am in a foul mood. You have to excuse me. I had quite a few nightmares tonight. Okay, I had quite a few nightmares. I dreamt that some women were passing right next to my car, and they were holding like a box, and they bumped my tail light with their box. And instead of apologizing, they went, well, why have you parked here? Even though my car was like in the, but it's a nightmare, you know. And I just start slapping her like full force. I just like start fucking wailing on her, slapping her. And you know, because it's a nightmare, it's like a puppet. You know, it doesn't really react, and then you wake up. So quite a few nightmares, and when I wake up, when I woke up, I had a friend tell me a story which reminded me how little human life is worth to the normies. Your life to the normies is worth very little. Okay. There's like videos on the news about Bulgarians just driving on the beach. They just like, they get with his SUV, he's drunk and he's driving on the beach. And if you're laying down trying to catch a suntan, some asshole can drive right next to you with fucking 50 miles per hour or run you over, and he doesn't give a fuck. And they have done it like twice this summer. So Bulgarians are now trying to drive off-road to just run over. They're just drunk and they just don't care. Okay. And nothing stops them unless a new virus comes. Okay, so pray to Pandora. Pray. I don't want to depress you. I don't want to depress you. I just want to... It's actually a positive message. The message is, stop caring about people, about the normies, the herd. You know. Sorry. They don't care about you, so stop caring about them. Okay. When I see, winter is the season of begging. Winter is the season of begging. So everybody is like, I gotta help this child, you gotta donate to that child. I'm like, not my fucking problem, bro. I only donate to animals. Okay. I don't remember a single person who has wronged me that has ever called to apologize. Nobody's like, hey Kirill, I bullied you in high school, I just feel like an asshole about it. It's no. Okay. I can do the same. I can come, get drunk, run over your child, and then be like, hey, sorry man, sorry you felt this way. And just, anyway, I gotta go play Sims 4. But let's get back on topic. It's very important that you learn that money does not grow on trees. It's not like in The Sims 4. In the video game, you get a money tree. You get a money tree, and it makes money every day. Okay, so you're like, hey, I don't have to work anymore, I got a money tree. So in the video game world, you can plant some flowers and then you harvest them and you sell them and you make like $1,000. But in the real world, it doesn't work this way. You don't plant 12 flowers and then you sell them for $500. Have you ever tried walking with like 12 roses in pots and be like, hey, who would like to give me $500 for these? In the video game world, you apply for a job and you get it, right? And if you raise your fitness to level 6, you can advance in the astronaut career, and you can become an astronaut. You can be a rocket. You can go into space. That what I do for a job. I'm a astronaut. I work for NASA. Okay. In the real world, I'm a respected writer. In the game world, I'm an astronaut. I fly into space with a rocket. In the game world, I have 5 of the hottest women in my club. So I have a club. Pay attention, bro. I have a club. I'm sorry, I'm just joking. I have a club, and it's like 5 of the hottest women, actually 8, actually 7 or 8 of the hottest women, and they come, and there's a club uniform. They gotta wear a swimsuit. They gotta wear a very revealing swimsuit, and they just hang out in my garden, and I give them foot massages, and I kiss them, and I use them to help level up my skills, and it's just fucking hot women. And there's like the rich woman and the magical teacher woman, and it's only women, and they love hanging with me. Just 7 women and me. Okay, that's in the game world. Now, I'm not saying that is impossible in the real world. However, in the game world, it's really easy. It's really fast. It always works, right? In the real world, you gotta apply 1,000 times until you get one job. Okay, with a lot of lying. You gotta lie that you're a tranny. You gotta lie that you're ethnic. I'm ethnic. Didn't you know I'm actually half black? My grandfather was black. I'm just really white for some reason, but listen, I am a minority. Okay, I'm a minority. I'm a bisexual minority. Please give me a job at the game studio. Okay, I'm very gay. I'm very gay, and you want to hear a real life hack? You, the person watching this video, you want to hear a real life hack? Put a poster of Sims on the wall behind you. So when you have a job interview, obviously you're not going to wear a t-shirt that's been like eaten like mine. You're going to dress nice, just some black t-shirt, whatever. You're gonna dress nice, and you have a poster of one of the Sims games, one of the expansion packs. So when you're having an interview with a roastie, right? And I don't want to insult the women watching my YouTube channel. I don't want to insult the women buying my book. It's just that we use the word roastie like it's not like insulting. It's just like if you called men penises, like if you called, I'm talking with a penis. So I don't mean to insult, okay? And I'm sorry. So you're having an interview with a roastie, and a toasty roastie. I'm sorry, okay? And she sees that there's a Sims 4 poster on your wall. She's like, oh wow, you like the Sims? I'm a woman, I like the Sims too. And you get the job. Okay, you have a poster of I don't know, whatever the girls like. You know, Brad Pitt. You have a poster of Brad Pitt. Just some fucking like poster of him like only in underwear. I have a poster of Brad Pitt. I'm gay. But in my case, I actually do play The Sims 4. Obviously pirated. No, nobody's gonna pay $1,000 for that fucking game, okay? Obviously pirated. So I do actually play The Sims, okay? So I wouldn't be lying. It's not deceit, okay? You should like make it known that you know about cocktails. You're like, I can teach you all about cocktails, lady, and I know about makeup. For some reason, you know about like creams and taking care of the face, and you know, just fool them into thinking that if they hire you, you're gonna be talking about cocktails. You're gonna, you know, about interior design. You're gonna talk to her about, you know, healthy cooking and stuff. And it's like, if you're an HR woman, if you are an HR woman, who would you hire? Would you hire some fucking asshole that like, it's like, I am qualified to be a programmer. My name is Sergey. I'm qualified to be a programmer. My interests are soccer. Or would you hire a guy that has a book on psychology and he knows about cocktails and he knows about he knows about makeup and fucking creams and shit, and you know, face routine and healthy cooking. He has a book on you know, healthy cooking and nutrition. We're gonna talk about interior design all day, sweetie. We're having fun. We're chatting during work time. I'm gonna tell you how to make an aviator cocktail. And so who are you gonna hire if you're a woman, right? And the best part is, I mean, I'm lying about makeup. I don't know about makeup. But like, yeah, on my last job, I was talking to my bros about cocktails and shit, you know. And the guy who was the junior designer, he was fucking stoked about me. He were like total bros. And I worked with a Greek guy who was like the CRM, and he fucking loved me. Okay, and I worked with a woman. I forgot where she was from. Was she Spanish? Was she Croatian? Was she Greek? I worked with a woman, and she was fucking loving talking to me. Okay, because she knows Kirill is gonna brighten up my day, and he's gonna, you know, tell me about cocktails and stuff. Okay. So I'm just telling you, but let's go back on point. Money does not grow on trees. I know that you gotta spend some money to kinda, you wanna live because you live one life. You don't wanna live like, you know, eating bread with salt and oil, okay? But the point is, there has to be a line. There has to be a line where it's like, no, I'm not gonna spend all my money on a BMW. Fuck. I'm not gonna spend all my money on a BMW. Okay? Alrighty? So there has to be a point. There has to be a line. Okay? There has to be a line. So you're spending money on takeaway. You don't want to fucking pre-make some chicken skewers and then put them on the gyro bread. You're gonna get a beer gut, okay? And you're gonna say, well, Kiro, you're still kind of fat. Well, I used to have a fucking beer gut 2 years ago, okay? 3 years ago, I used to have a fucking beer gut, and there's pictures of me, okay? I took them so I can show you that I had a fucking beer gut, okay? And that's what happens when you eat food from the outside world, okay? So paying $12 per month. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. I've been writing my book for 2 years. I've been writing my book for more than 2 years. And I sell it for $14. And I'm still kind of unsure, like, should I be selling it for $14? Should I sell it for $12? Maybe I'll do like maybe I gotta do a promotion. So 2 years. Last night I was burning my eyes until 4:20 a.m. writing more chapters so I can add more chapters to my book. It's out, it's on sale, but I'm adding more chapters. I wanna satisfy my readers so they don't feel scammed, okay? And I'm not just adding filler, I am actually stuff that I wanna write about, stuff that I'm passionate to write about. So it's like, it's good, okay? So you pay $14 once and you like maybe learn how to fix depression permanently. You permanently change your life. You are permanently better off. One payment, one book, regular price, $14, you know. Just a regular book price, and you're like, oh shit, this changed my life. It was written with the intent to change your life, okay? Next, Marques Brownlee, he already has millions. He was featured on the YouTube Rewind. YouTube loves him. YouTube would never delete his channel. He doesn't have to worry about getting deleted. Marques Brownlee is too big to fail. He doesn't have to worry about getting deleted. He doesn't have to worry about getting deleted. Marques. So maybe I should get a faggot name. How about that? Maybe I'll be more famous. I mean, would you read a book written by Kirill Arshinkov, or would you read a book written by Marques Brownlee? Marques Brownlee. Psychological Transcendence, written by Kirill Arshinkov, or Psychological Transcendence, written by Marques Brownlee. So sounds a little more, you know, rolls off the tongue, you know. Because when you hear Kirill Arshinkov, you're like, that guy is probably talking about how he was living a sad life in Russia and he was eating bread with salt and water and he was just squatting on the stairs and getting drunk, and then everything is sad and gray. It's like that's what rolls off the tongue, you know. But when you hear Marques Brownlee, it's oh shit, this book is gonna be like the swag. It's gonna be like black guys in the 80s, you know. Disco co-op, Marques Brownlee. Oh, this is artsy. This is ciao bella. This is panache. This is panache, you know. But the problem is, I'm a unemployed, struggling writer burning through my wife's savings, okay? And if I didn't buy some Bitcoins 6 years ago, I mean, yeah, 6 years ago I bought some Bitcoins when it was $12,000, when it was like as low as fucking $7,000. I was buying Bitcoins. And I'm not saying I bought that much, but still, burning through my savings, there's not a lot left. So if you're planning to rob me, there's not a lot left, okay? Just telling you, because if I had a lot left, I wouldn't be telling you like, oh, I have Bitcoins. It's like, no, if you rob me now, I don't worry about it. So, for example, 2 years ago, I wasn't telling you, hey guys, I have Bitcoins. Now I'm telling you because there's not a lot left to rob, okay? If you take me hostage, like, what am I gonna give you? You know. So, I'm a struggling writer, cooking at home. My wife supports me. I'm just a Chad. Burning through my wife's savings, wanting to make it as a writer in my book, and maybe one day I'll be able to live a humble life and make enough money from my book that I'm just comfy. You know. Marques Brownlee is a millionaire. He drives a, what was it, a Tesla or some other electric car. He drives an electric supercar. They probably gave it to him for free, okay? He lives in a mansion. Marques Brownlee gets mad money from YouTube ads. YouTube ads, donations, Patreons. He makes mad money. And what does Marques Brownlee do? He doesn't write a book. That's too much work. That's too much work for Marques Brownlee. That sounds more like a work for Kirill Arshinkov, you know, the dumb idiot. Let him write for 2 years, you know. Now, making an app for a week and charging $12 per month, that sounds more like a Marques Brownlee. It sounds like, you give me money for a wallpaper app every month, $12. So, I mean, you tell me, do me some engagement in the comments, please. You tell me. You wanna give a Kirill $14 once for something he worked hard on, sharing his wisdom with you? Or do you want to give Marques Brownlee $12 per month forever? So you're gonna get some wallpapers. He's gonna share the revenue with the artist, bro. Okay. Funny. Money is funny. It's like you don't want to give money to Kirill Arshinkov. He looks a little like Slavic, a little Russian, you know. But Marques Brownlee, he's a black guy. He has a smooth face, you know. He looks very Egyptian. He looks like He looks like Dwayne Johnson, but you know, darker. You know? He's a, you know. So you know, I can be selling you a cancer cure. I could be selling you, you know, the cure to your depression. Women are gonna be like, I'm gonna give my money to Rhea Ripley and Marques Brownlee. Anyway, I hope we learned something today. Time for me to do some chores. Marques Brownlee is a fucking piece of shit scammer. Like, I legit hope he dies. Have a great day.